Uno, dos, tres. All right, guys, welcome to the Media Hijacked podcast. I'm your host, Billy Walters, and joining me is Chris Unholy Jesus. So,
what is up, universe?
What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Media Hijacked, episode number 65. Right? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Episode number 65. Before we get started, I want to wish Chris a happy birthday.
Early birthday.
Early birthday.
Thank you, man.
Wait, is it Thursday? Your birthday? The 30th.
Thursday. 29th.
29th, yeah. That's Thursday.
Friday.
Cheers. Oh, Friday?
Yeah.
Okay. It's in my calendar.
Yeah. But you know, you
It's
close,
in my
man.
calendar.
You close. You close, man. Thank you.
Cheers to that. And
Drinking apple juice.
always a special occasion apple juice.
Hell yeah.
Jeremy says happy birthday in the chat. Old man.
Hell yeah. Thanks, bro. I'm getting there. Whew.
Two old people. You guys almost like the same age. Jeremy's like 40-something.
He's already there?
Yeah. Remember? Bob said he was 40.
I don't remember that.
You're like almost the same age as Bob.
Yeah, I think she's like 2-3 years older than me. 4?
Yeah,
maybe?
she's like 37 or something.
So 2 years, yeah.
Yeah, she's like 37. Look at that, Jeremy.
Thanks,
Subscribe for 12 months. Is that real?
bro. Is this real life?
He subscribed for 39 months?
Oh my
Holy
God.
Shit. Shout out to Jeremy with that, man.
Thanks,
That's
man.
wow. You can do that? Wait, what?
You could do that? The hell?
Appreciate that. All right, so before we get started, you guys can grab the Media Hijack official t-shirt at themediahijack.com. Grab your t-shirt, represent, wear that shit.
Forgot my uniform today. I'm sorry.
It's all good, man. You representing the North K.
Oh, Kim Jones. We out
North K. Oh, he says it's 39 in 12 months. Oh,
here. Oh, look at this.
thanks for subscribing for 12 months.
Thanks, man.
39. Damn, that's ancient.
Kim Jong. How was it? Hide and seek champ? Man, where is he? Where is he?
He did. But Reddit, if you guys want to join our Reddit, be a member, join the Reddit, post whatever, have fun. If you have questions like later after the show, you guys can just post questions if you want.
Oh yeah.
Also, YouTube, if you want to catch the replay for the show, look at my cool shirt I'm wearing. You can't really see it, but it's Tiger Belly new merchandise right
Oh
here.
shit!
Tiger Belly new merchandise.
I glanced at it earlier. I was like, oh, that's cute, but I didn't see Tiger Belly.
Yeah, it's
dope.
Bobby Lee on his girlfriend.
78, like that.
Yeah, and you know, like the special thing about like their shirts is they only print them one time. They never do it again.
Oh, so you gotta get it
You
while it's hot.
Gotta get it right away. So the people that has like the old school shirt from day one, they're real OGs.
Day one, folks.
I'm starting my collection. I have like 3 of their shirts now.
Damn, I didn't know they made it like that. Though. Fuck.
Yeah, it's hard to get,
is
man. If you don't buy day one, you're not a fan, man. You're not a fan. But also, if you guys are on iTunes, make sure you guys rate, subscribe, comment, leave us a nice comment.
Please. And also, too, with the YouTube, I noticed a lot of people, I don't mind, it's not a bad thing. People that I know who are going back, they're still watching us on Twitch. But you don't have to go to Twitch to watch,
Oh, the replay?
just for the replay, yeah. You can go to YouTube as well, too.
They crazy.
So you don't have to download Twitch and take up more space. Everybody's got YouTube on their phone, so just watch us on YouTube as well, too.
Watch us on YouTube. It's easier.
Yes, much easier.
Robert says, hello, brother and brother Chris.
What's going on?
He says he almost forgot about the show today. Well, good thing you're here. We're about to get started. All right. Okay, so today, the main topic, we're going to be talking about the Library of Alexandria.
Yes.
The Royale Library.
I never knew this existed till you said something about it. I never heard of this for some reason.
What's crazy is that a lot of people don't know about it. Because what happens when you burn a library? The knowledge is gone.
Yeah.
All that knowledge.
Got replaced by the internet.
Beep, boop, beep.
Beep, doop, beep.
/ the Vatican. All right, so let's get started. All right, so the loss of the ancient world library. They said it's one of the greatest libraries ever created in mankind. Is that how you? I'm talking like a fob right now.
It's like well, some people refer to it as like the world's single greatest archive of knowledge.
Yes.
In the history.
That's
That's what you got. How'd you get what you said?
I was trying to put it in my own words, but it sounds dumb, you know?
I just read it straight from what it said.
Yeah. Because I have that too, where it says the single greatest archives of knowledge.
Yes. Actually, it was around before paper was made. Holy fuck, that's like a tornado. But that was around before paper was even invented. It was like papyruses and shit. That's how far back it go.
That's like what the Egyptians used to write up spells and shit.
Yeah. The little scrolls.
Yeah, the papyrus scrolls.
Papyrus. I like that word too. I don't know why.
I love that word. Reminds me of papaya salad. All right, so it says the burning of the Library of Alexandria ranks among one of the worst crimes ever committed against humanity.
Yes.
Because, come on, like the Library of Alexandria, right? It's not just knowledge like in that area. It's the world knowledge all written down in books, scrolls. It's huge. The place is huge. It's almost like they said it's like probably like the first model university ever built.
No shit.
Because people were living there and they were going to school there.
So this is like college.
Kind of like a college. Fucking awesome, dude.
I didn't even know that.
Like they had like a scientific research center. They did research like in physics, medicines, as well as like historical, cultural documents that they said like after they burned it down, like when it got destroyed, they said it pretty much set humanity back like about 1,000 years. Can you imagine the technology we would have now?
Flying cars.
No, beyond that.
I don't know. I don't know. That's the first thing popped in my brain.
You know, I knew you were gonna say that because I said it in my head earlier. I was like,
he
Chris
gonna
is gonna say, "Oh, we're supposed to be flying cars right now."
Because that's where we should be at, man. The Jetsons took place in the year 1999. We 20 years past that. Like, it don't make no sense to me. But
We have planes, Chris. That's your flying car.
I guess.
Yeah, we should have been like fucking taking over other planets by now. We should already
It's
have
like conquering
people.
the universe. Like,
Yeah, like like the power is yours.
that's kind of
1,000 years, because
that's a lot.
just
though,
imagine
man.
us just 300 years ago. We were almost like kind of like monkeys if you think about
These
it.
lights didn't exist. This internet didn't exist.
None of this.
It was like
And that's only like
lamps.
yeah, oil lamps. They had horses. They used to call them Ferraris.
I don't think they even discovered electricity 300 years ago. Was it? They couldn't have. Surviving off of lightning bugs and
Supposedly
Whatever
we
else
didn't
is out
have
there.
electricity, but
supposedly.
according to like some stuff that in the ancient world, they said they been had electricity. They had all that. They had like advanced plumbing, like underground plumbing systems.
I think that's back in Egypt. I think they was having shit like that.
Yeah, they probably had. Who knows? iPads back then too.
And they got lost with time. Because actually, that's an interesting thing. Because imagine like what we got right now. We got the internet. We got all these like computer screens, everything. We're streaming live, all this other stuff, right? Let's say like all this shit gets wiped out by something, and then humanity comes back some centuries later, and they think that we never even reached that far technology-wise. Like they still had lamps, but we went further along than what, you know what I'm saying? Like than what they even know. That might be the same thing for us. Like back then, like we have an idea of what they had back then, but they probably had way more. But we just don't know. Is that gap of knowledge we just don't know?
Way more. Robert says the church people be burning those unknown forbidden knowledge.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're trying to like
control the narrative.
They're trying to control the story and keep whatever story aligned with like the way they want to run like the world kind of. Well, it's raining pretty hard, guys.
Yes.
So if the light goes out, we're gonna try our best to get this whole show back up.
Because it's coming down.
Yeah, it's fucking pouring now.
Monsoon season.
All right, so the library Alexandria was founded in Egypt by Alexander the Great. His successor was a pharaoh, Ptolemy Soter. That was his successor. He was the one that founded the museum, the Royal Library. This was back in 283 BC before Christ.
Yeah.
So like I was saying, like the museum was the place where they studied. Like they had lecture areas, they had gardens, they had zoos, they had shrines for the 9 Muses. The Muses is like it's like those gods that fuck, I wrote it down. The goddesses like of literature, science, and arts,
Yeah.
like those type of gods.
Yeah, that's what like
Poetry, lyrics, songs, and myths and stuff.
yeah, that's like even now where they have people who say like, "Oh, I'm a muse," like they're able to think on a I guess a literature level, or where like they may pitch an idea for a movie or whatever, but they never have nothing involved with it. Like, I just thought idea for a movie, like it kind of evolved to that to modern day stuff. But yeah, back then it was just like supposedly like I don't know, just gods who just basically was able to. I think it was the movie Dogma that talked about it. It was where muses exist. It was like, hey, yeah, we just give life to like new ideas and stuff that most people don't even think of, but we put it in like literature form and all that.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I might be 1,000% wrong, but I'm pretty sure I'm right about where muses were supposed to be the inventors of like new ideas and stuff.
Yeah, it stems from like same shit.
Yeah,
Because these are like the inspirational goddesses.
yeah. There you go. There you go.
So they would have shrines that like dedicated to them and shit. It's pretty cool, right? And then even like people they live there. Like a lot of famous like astronomers, mathematician guys, like they all lived and they studied there. Like the greatest minds came to this library to study. This was like way before like
Is it the Mayans?
no
Oh, is it? Oh, Mayans. I think it said Mayans. I was like, what the fuck? They came out there?
minds, like the brains.
Okay, Mayans.
Yeah,
I think it said Mayans. My fault.
Yep, Alexander the Great. He was the one. Let's see what else I got. Oh, like I was saying, maybe I said this earlier, or I said it before the show, but it was modeled like after like a university. I said that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So okay, so it existed 700 years. Like it already existed for 700 years before it got burned down.
Yeah.
And this happened like 2,000 years ago, like from now.
2,000 years ago from now was when it got
So
burned down.
2,000 years ago, that's when they burnt down the library.
Okay.
And you know, like who burnt it down? Who's the rumor?
I know because I did a little research, but I'm going to say for the audience, no, I don't know. I know. Who is
Okay,
it?
cool.
Surprise me.
All right, so over 100 scholars like live in the museum full time. They perform research, they write, they translate documents. Like the library, it was so large that it had like a daughter library, like a separate library, and it was like kind of like a temple for I guess like worship or something.
Okay.
Because the library is so big, like they had a little separate area just for like the temple,
Okay.
and they had like a huge hall, right, containing shelves of papyrus scrolls known as the biblioteca. These scrolls, right? Rumor is that some of these scrolls were scrolls like from Atlantis.
Okay.
Damn, that shit was loud.
Fuck
Why I want to say Atlantis.
Oh my God. What does that
Like
mean?
a movie, man.
No.
From Atlantis.
Dun, dun, dun.
Thank you for the assistant. But yeah, so like some of these scrolls were said to be like from the lost city, ancient world of Atlantis and shit, and they said there was over like 400,000 scrolls,
They all came from
like
there.
400 to 700,000 scrolls. Not all from Atlantis. This is like stuff written even like ancient Egypt. But it's like before all that too. It's like a collection of all the fucking knowledge, and it's all written on papyrus scrolls and shit.
Damn. And all contained in this one place.
Uh-huh.
Yo, what if it was like some kind of conspiracy that this place had to go in order to hide the truth of something? Like some
pretty
people,
sure-
because this place got burnt the fuck down a lot, from my understanding. When I was reading,
Yeah.
it was always getting blown the fuck up or something. It seemed like I was,
Yeah, because Alexandria, like that place was known to be like a war zone.
yeah, all the time. I think it was like, I think who was the first person was Julius Caesar. I think he tried to set boats on fire, but accidentally sent the fucking.
Well, that's the story.
So the story is it's rumored that he accidentally was the one who destroyed the library first.
I wouldn't call it an accent though, you know.
So you think it's like, he's like, you know what, I'm about to take over this place. So and that's kind of like how you do when you take over an area. You just take away the history and the identity of it. So then when you start ruling, you implement your new shit.
Right.
Like this is the law of Julius now. This ain't no fuck Alexandria. This
Yeah,
is
it's like if you control the knowledge, you can start rewriting it.
change the whole damn
No.
history.
Maybe that's what happened.
That's real shit, man.
Yep.
That is real shit. That's even going on right now in America, where people are starting to find out more about history that America has never really talked about, and it's coming to this fruition now to where, hey, y'all haven't really told us the truth. I mean, y'all ran the show this whole time. Why are we hearing conflicting statements about this, that, and the third? But that's how it is when you take over a spot. You just fucking change this narrative. It's gonna come out eventually, though. But
Whoa,
shit.
you guys can hear that? That was nearby too. Mm-hmm. All right, so like the way like the library, like the way they're like collecting the knowledge, right? They will go to Asia. They would go to like the Hebrew land. They would go to all over the world collecting like everything that they written down on books or papyrus scrolls and shit.
Okay.
They took it all and they made copies of it. Here's the crazy thing that they do, right? Mm-hmm. Like when ships would go into their dock, what they did was they said, hand over all your books, right? We'll make copies of it and give you it back. But they didn't give them back their original books. They gave them the copies back to them.
The copies of the books.
Like they wrote copies. It's like giving them a Xerox copy of their book.
Yeah.
But they kept the original.
So they kept it right there, the originals, but then whatever went out there was all just copies of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's like, let's say, like I said, hey, give me your Charizard card. I'll give you a Xerox copy of it, and I keep the original card. Motherfuckers, right?
I don't like that.
So the boat went back with like some fake ass. And here's the thing I was thinking too, like when they're supposedly copying every word, they might have put their own shit in there too.
Twisted it up, yeah.
Yeah.
And these people didn't know that they was receiving the bootlegs.
No, they knew that they were getting bootleg.
So they knew, okay.
Yeah. Because they're like, hey, you docked in our place. You gotta hand over your books, and then we'll give you your shit back, but it's not gonna be your shit.
It's ours now.
But here's a copy.
If you want to be safe, if you trust us, you want to be safe, you gotta give to us. We'll give you the. It'll be exactly word for word, just like it.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
Oh god.
They're trying to stop us, and they can't. Can't stop
Thor,
us.
you motherfucker.
Motherfucker.
All right, let's get back to this Library of Alexandria. See, like after commercial break, I'm all fucked up now. Lights went out, we're like, shots.
Let's do it.
Now.
We got the day off.
Okay, all right, back to the show.
Fuck, I forgot.
So the last thing like we said was like they would make copies of these books.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they make copies and then they give them a copy like some motherfucking sorry ass people. Like, here's your Xerox copy. We'll hold on to your Charizard.
All right, that's right. And
they have all the original day ones and shit they can sell on Etsy or eBay, whatever.
So the library was collecting the original copies of all whoever wanted to give their story to.
Right.
And people left with their fucking copy and they kept it. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's cool, but it sounds kind of sketch too to give up that. I mean, that history is pretty important.
They had all the knowledge. They knew everything. They knew every single alien ship that landed.
I was about to say.
They knew every single alien race that's on the Earth at that time. And it had all the contracts that people made from aliens off planet.
They signed shit on papyrus, and
they
then
even have contracts of like fucking. Because I heard like the Egyptians, they made a contract with a god. And even like our government knew about it. Like there's official government documents right now in the Pentagon that shows the contract that Egyptians have with a god or an alien from a higher race.
Like they thought it was a god. Well, a god to them.
They made some type of agreement. Mm-hmm. And then you're asking me, how do you know all this? Damn. They're like, don't say
that
it.
Dramatic pause. Don't do it. Oh, this shit is tripping. This shit is tripping out here. Like, is it watching us on the podcast?
Heard it that time. That time was like super loud.
And it was like that dramatic pause you just did. It was like,
yeah, I was about to like drop bombshell. How do I know?
It's like, don't do it.
Well, like, here's the crazy thing. Like, if anybody who ever took psychedelics before, tell me why everybody's seeing Egyptian shit in there. Why are we seeing all these Egyptian logos? We're seeing pyramids in our fucking psychedelic.
Oh, like how
we all stem from that shit.
Like hieroglyphic.
Yeah, you see hieroglyphics. Everything is so advanced. Like, and then I heard on a podcast that they have like official documents like in the government where they showed Egypt. They signed a contract with a god, somebody from the sky.
Okay.
I don't know what the hell the contract is for, but I think it gave Egypt like the power to reign over this realm, this Earth realm. So they had the contract to control this Earth, pretty much. Like they have a lock on it.
So this is before Alexander the Great ever got there. Then this would have been before him.
Maybe.
If this contract was signed, I would assume.
Yeah, I'm thinking. Yeah, this was like Egypt was before that. It had to be before that, like the pyramids and shit. It had to be, right? It had to. Yeah, it's before that because Alexander the Great. Yeah.
So that shit.
So okay, so they had knowledge like from Egyptians, like the time when they had the pharaohs and the aliens ruling that shit, how they were building pyramids and all that stuff.
That's when they got the contract signed, and then
Yeah.
pyramid building commence. And
Yeah.
then boom, boom, boom,
The
boom,
pyramid
boom.
was another thing about it. It's like it's almost like their logo. Like if you were to see like a pyramid on another planet, you know that's like
They've been there.
Yeah, it's
Oh.
like this is our mark. This is our area.
Like a dog marking territory
Right.
type shit.
Like if you watch Stargate, SG-1, they always talk about this alien race, the Eye of Ra, right? The god of Ra. He's actually a false god. He's not a real god, but
Really?
people bow to him like he's a god because they went all around. They hop like from Stargate to a bunch of planets, right? Collecting all the knowledge, all the advanced knowledge from every single planet that they go to, and then they will use that knowledge and conquer planets. So they call them the Goa'uld, the Goa'uld, whatever.
But once they
The Goa'uld or whatever. But they're known for being the notorious people in the universe that took over planets, and they kill, they take the knowledge, and then they go to they planet hop and take technology.
Oh my god, that sounds like fucking. For all my comic book nerds out there, this sounds like Brainiac from Superman. Like he's actually like an AI program who goes to planets and he pretends like, hey, I'm gonna help humanity progress. Or let's say, for example, like humanity or whatever alien race he goes to. It's like, I'm here to help you guys become better. Da da da. But all he does the whole time is like he's helping whatever race he comes across. He's helping them build up to become better. But he's taking all this knowledge from them about their history. And then when he feels like he has enough, he fucking kills. Like he destroys the whole planet and then moves on to the next planet. But he's like, this AI is just obsessed with knowledge.
Why does that sound so like?
And I don't know. That's
going
fucking
on?
horrifying. That's, like you just exist for knowledge, and then once we get used up and you have everything you need, you create like certain situations. You AI and you run the whole planet basically on every level, on technology wise, that you gave them because you giving them technology that you think is like they think is going to benefit them, but you still have control over it. It's like you have that little short leash on it, and then once you like, okay, I got everything I need from this race. I'm turning all of my technology I'm turning them all like onto them.
Drop the flood.
Boom, they all get wiped out, and then you just move to the next planet.
Sounds like the same thing that's going on.
Yeah, man. But comic books be pretty, man. I need to get on some comic books, bro.
They know.
They say too much.
They know.
And some of them do LSD, so that's why they talk. That's why they write shit like this.
But yeah, like you know how like, okay, so the Library of Alexandria, they had all this knowledge, all these books and scrolls and shit, right? Like if you look at modern day, like with libraries and shit, the Vatican, for one example, they got their own library.
Yeah,
Underground. They have a secret library, but it's not really secret because people know about it.
Know, yeah.
It's public knowledge. So they have a library that's hidden under the Vatican that stretches fucking 50-mile long shelves, dude, of fucking books.
And what the fuck would be down there?
And there's so much security on top of that. Like, it's a public library, but it's not really public because you need some type of clearance.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, you have to know exactly what you're looking for. If not, they say, get your ass out of here. You can't check out any books.
I remember we talked about that before too. I think like you have to have knowledge of what you're looking for, why you're there, what you're looking for, and if you don't have an idea of what you're looking for, then they won't give you a pass in there because you can't just like this ain't Barnes and Noble. We can just browse around and shit. Like know what you're looking for. Like get in, get out. That's it. Some TVA shit. Like
So like, I got my library card. Slap. Like the Vatican guard will slap you.
so, what are you here for? I don't know. Sorry, we can't let you in. It's
Like what do you want to know? Aliens? Like get out of here.
like Barnes and Noble. Like people show up.
That was like right across.
That was
the
right
street.
there. I fucking heard that.
Cause I saw the flash and then it blew up.
It's probably your neighbor's house.
I hope my neighbor's okay. And then you hear the crack. Crack, crack, crack. Crash.
I know. So with the library, I don't know. with the Vatican Library, it just seems like it's things like you have like they don't want people sitting around and like Barnes Noble kicking their feet up reading a magazine and shit. Like get in, get out. Like like you're here to learn this shit and you have the clearance for it. But don't be digging to like stick your nose in other shit that you don't either have the clearance for or you will never understand. Like you just ain't all this other shit might be out of your lane.
Right.
So just get in, get out.
I'll be like, you guys got audiobooks?
Yo, yeah.
Like, get the fuck out of here. Where we
Are you serious? Most of our shit is papayas.
But the thing about the Vatican, like they had like the shit that they show the public, but they also have like a private area where nobody can fucking see or touch.
Okay.
And they're saying it's some of the papyrus scrolls that they got was from the Library of Alexandria. Like they have lights about to go off.
Yeah.
They have like residue and whoever can collect like whatever, like when the city burned down, the library burned down, a lot of people were trying to collect all that shit. And supposedly the Vatican had all the knowledge. So maybe the Vatican was the one that hired Julius Caesar
Take that shit out.
to take that shit out. Because Julius Caesar, he was trying to conquer everything.
But he wasn't the only one that attacked that place. I think eventually
A lot of other people did attack it, but then the main corporate, like in the story, they said he was the one that burned it down.
if I remember correctly, I think Muslims wound up taking over that spot eventually, and then that's when it got like lost or something like that. If I remember correctly.
So like that place was like a war zone place. Everybody was always attacking,
Going for it,
always
man.
fighting, because they had so much. They had like the key to the universe, pretty much.
I'm like this. When ever in history have people have heard dictators or whatever the fuck you want to call them, leaders of a country, they go out of their way to get an army to go to destroy a library or take over the area where a library, just specifically for that library. That shit is like, it hasn't happened since then. It probably didn't happen before then. Now it's like people going like, you got fucking oil, we're going for your ass. But now that's how, like, if I'm making sense, I guess, it's like, how important was this library if acts of wars were going off just because of its existence? It's not like a natural resource. It's not whatever the fuck ever countries want to go to war for. This is just
knowledge.
A knowledge, just information that you...
Well, knowledge is the most important thing.
It is. It's valuable. It's probably the most valuable thing out there, man.
It's valuable. It's very valuable. Like, you can't even put a price on that type of knowledge. Because this is stuff, like, that's passed down from generations and generations. Like, think about it. If you destroy all that shit, what are you going to teach the young people?
Yeah.
You know, like, you have to start over. Like, okay, fuck, we got to write math books again. All right, 1 + 1 is 2. 2 plus... Shut the fuck up, you know?
Meanwhile, this place of all this information probably has, like, off-world knowledge.
Right. Like,
we're not getting this information out? Like...
All right, so famous people that studied at that library, one of them was Hipparchus.
I thought he was going to say Hitler. I was like, what?
Hipparchus.
All right.
Okay, so I can't say his name, but he was a famous astronomer. He was the founder of trigonometry.
Okay.
So
fuck him.
If you're taking trigonometry...
Fuck that dude.
Yeah, I was saying that too. I was like, fuck this dude. That was a hard class.
That struggled to that shit. That was horrible.
But yeah, and he was also the one that mapped the star constellation. This was 2,000 years ago. This motherfucker mapping out the star constellation. And supposedly, it's the founder of trigonometry. Who the hell wakes up and comes up with the most complicated math?
Like, who wakes up one day and is like, you know what? I want to make kids' lives from 2,000 years down the road a living hell and struggle in class with what I'm about to do. Who does that?
But it's much needed math, though.
Math is essential to everything. I hate it, but it's like
it's the building blocks of everything.
Everything. We need it.
Yeah, we need it. You can't avoid that.
So I get the importance of it. I hate it, but without it, fuck, what would we be?
How do you come up with stuff like that? Like, you have to think like
it's got to be passed on to somebody else.
It had to came down from something that's far more advanced. Because if you think about our human brain now, we're not that efficient at all.
No, who created the number 1 and number 2? Like, what?
Library of Alexandria, man.
Like, how?
They knew everything.
We are direct descendants of. There was one guy who said before that we are star children. We are like the descendants of what else is out there. Maybe even the universe created us or something else created us. But we, OG, are not even from here. We're just a legacy of what's out there.
Yeah, we've been genetically modified by an advanced race, and this is like the product right here.
Damn, we fucking up. we
It's
are
not
fucking
weird. They
up.
did this to us, man. They made us like this, man. They
They don't
gave
want
us
the
fucking
truth.
5 fingers, man. I wanted 6.
You could do what, 2 thumbs. That'd be cool.
Give me my 6th finger, man.
Damn.
Get all fucked. My kid comes out with 6 fingers. I'm like, get out the house.
Oh,
Ain't nobody got 6 fingers.
This is a 5-finger house. Get the fuck out.
Lock it too. Lock the door. Lock the bottom.
Lock it on the way out. Lock it on the way out. Motherfucker.
Melt that key.
6 finger.
All right. So another famous person, Euclid. This guy's a famous teacher in mathematics, and he was the founder of geometry.
It gets worse. All right. Well, trig is worse than geometry.
I made a B in geometry because we had vocabulary.
Oh, that was you. That was you and me, right?
Mr. Swabu.
Mr. Swabu, Mr. and Mrs. Swabu. They was both teachers.
Yeah, they look like brothers and
sisters.
Oh shit!
We talk. All right. So anybody who doesn't know, we had 2 African teachers in our high school. Called the old Swabus. One was I had both of them at one time. I think one was a reading teacher or some shit. Whatever the fuck he was. But whatever he did something. But I know she was math teacher. In the class we had, I think we all sucked at taking the test. Like nobody could ever pass it. So she started giving us vocabulary tests. Or if we took a math test and everybody failed, that grade curve was like 40%. So
Yeah.
if you still failed at 40%, you weren't gonna pass anyway. But
She was a good teacher since we
she was
sucked.
nice. Yeah,
It's
she
just
was a sweet lady.
We just suck.
Damn, I hope she's doing all right out there. Shout out to her, Mr.
She's
Swabu.
good. Drinking that holy water. You guys ever heard of a drink called LA water?
No, but it sounds nasty.
Yeah, because the color is kind of like the LA River water.
Brown?
Yeah.
Oh.
No, not brown, like greenish.
Shit, I'd rather be brown, not green.
No. It's like greenish, like the LA River water. Like they have a little algae in it.
Build that immune system up.
I didn't mean to go off topic, but back to the story. All right, so okay, see, Bob might like this part. That had medical schools in this place and shit. You know, they had like this one guy. His name is Hippolytus. He is the founder of anatomy. My bad.
Goddamn.
He is founder of anatomy. He was the guy that said that thinking comes from the brain, not the heart.
Yeah.
This was the first guy that said that. Yeah, this was thousands.
Yeah.
Because people did think that
Came from the heart.
That thinking came from the heart.
I mean, yeah, they ain't no better. I mean, yeah, I get it.
Well, here's the thing. New studies are showing that thinking does come from the heart too.
On some, okay, I could see. Well,
Yeah, like it's always science. Science is it's not static. It's always advancing. That's why we're always learning new shit. Like if you think like the science is all like solid concrete, humanity will not advance,
it's-
and that's the big deal. Like people don't want to change the thinking of like science. Like they think science is already solid, but science is already being written right now.
all day, every day.
Yeah,
Shit's changing.
and people should start accepting like the new studies in science because
Yes.
it's happening. It's almost like you got to start accepting this shit or start thinking more, or we're gonna plateau forever.
Yes.
We're never gonna advance.
And I'm glad you fucking said that. Thank you.
Yep.
Science is forever changing every fucking day. To the point where it might be too much for some people, and they just like, and I think it's mainly towards, and not taking a shot at like religious people, but they're the ones who constantly want to plateau at this one part where science is constantly going forward. It's like shit changes all the time, and some people just don't want to accept it. But I don't know, shit's like constantly changing. And
Justin in the chat, what's up, dude?
Who?
It's been a while. Justin, remember?
Yo, I was trying to read it, and I was like, holy fuck, I'm trying to listen and
Justin,
read.
what's up, dude?
What's up, man?
Oh, yeah, man. Like whenever you get a good internet, or he said his phone is buffering. That's why it's hard to watch us.
That storm, man. It's
Hell
just
yeah.
a monster out here tonight.
Do what you can. It's all good, man.
Yeah, for real.
Hey, good seeing you in the chat, man.
I appreciate it. Always.
Want to hug it out? Let's hug.
Let's check it out.
I can smell you, man. I remember what you smell like. That's fucked up because in class I sat next to him.
What the hell?
I was like, this dude like RVG. Not RVG. RVD. Rob Van
Rob
Dam.
Van
yeah,
Dam,
yeah. Got the ponytail and shit. I was like, I'm next to a wrestler right now.
Yeah, RVD, he was a beast back.
Fucking
5-star.
Jean-Claude Van
Was
Damme.
it?
Yeah.
This is 5-star
Five-star
splash.
frog splash.
Is that what it is?
Yeah. All right. So another famous person was Archimedes, who was the famous guy that said Eureka. He was the one that said Eureka. He was the guy that said the shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line. That was him. This was the man. And he, he went to the Library of Alexandria.
Please don't go in a direction where I think you might be going.
I don't know.
No, don't do it.
No, I don't know. What's those directions?
No, I thought you. No. Okay,
No, tell me. I want to know.
I thought we was about to hit some flat Earth territory.
Oh.
like
That wasn't even in my head.
Okay, my bad. I'm at fault now. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to bring it up. I thought we was about to head in that direction.
But we are going in that direction.
No.
Thank you for bringing that up. Because the next guy. All right, so the next famous person is Hiron of Alexandria. He was a mathematician who was the first person to have created the steam engine 2,000 years before James Waltz. This is 2,000 years before the official steam engine.
Okay, so
the steam engine was
old. That's
old technology.
So this is older than what I even thought it was. Fuck.
Super old. Like,
I didn't even know that.
Because I remember in elementary, 5th grade, we had to do a science project, and then we had to do like studies on famous inventors, and I almost did James Waltz.
Really?
Yeah, for the steam engines. I was like, nah, that's kind of boring. I ended up doing the telephone guy.
Oh, Thomas Edison?
No, Alexander Graham Bell.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
The Bell, remember Pacific Bell?
Gotcha. You're smarter than me. I don't know.
Well, this is 5th grade, and I really did do the project pretty deep.
Okay.
This was back then when I had to go to a library.
Before you had to do it for a podcast. Yeah. This is.
Hold on, let me take this autofocus out. You can talk to the people.
Is it autofocus? Okay.
Yeah. Bob in the house.
Bobby, what's up? Yeah, the storm is acting fucking wild right now. We lost power earlier. It's not like it might be passing now, but who knows? It's been raining. It's been raining a little bit too much out here than normal. But glad you made it there safe to home safe. Cause was traffic shitty out there or what? Cause I want to know before I go home.
All right,
they have cat poop in my mom. Well, poop in my room to top it off.
Bob says the cat pooped in her room. That's a naughty cat. There's only one cat too, because the other one passed away. Yeah.
Was that Sushi? Was the other one?
Yep, the pure white.
Yeah, I remember that cat. They were cool.
The white cat.
White.
He was the coolest cat, dude. Uh-oh, I knocked down a stone.
My car's gonna blow up now.
Dude.
See you next week, man.
Where was I? Oh, you guys want one more example of a famous person?
Let's get it.
There you go. Eric Tononensis. They had really difficult names to pronounce back then.
So his name was Eric?
Yeah, okay. This guy's name is Eric.
Oh, my God. I thought it was
about 2 miles away. He was the first person to say that the Earth rotated around the sun. And this was 1,800 years before Copernicus. Think about 1,800 years before Copernicus.
That's a long fucking time.
That's a long time,
It's a lot of generations. That's a
lot of people that had to die.
We'd be like, man.
And then Copernicus was like, hey, guess what, guys? Earth rotates around the sun. And then someone's like, shut the fuck up. We already know the real guy.
You stole this.
Eric from Alexandria, he was the first guy that said this, you piece of shit.
You trying to ride the wave 1,800 years later.
I don't know, man. Maybe he got a hold of some type of scroll. Say, hey, the damn Earth rotates around the sun. I'm going to tell everybody. Copernicus is a fucking fraud.
He's like, hey, guys, look what I discovered. Fucking punchable face.
Fucking
he has a punchable face, too.
He's a poser, man.
It's just a fucking fake.
Copernicus. More like...
You big phony.
Cop in knowledge. Is that cringy?
Yeah.
Copernicus?
I get it.
Come on.
No, I get it.
That was off the wall. Like, that's like...
That's all you.
That's like, what's that shit? When you do stand-up, but it's freestyle.
Oh, fuck, I'm having a brain fart. But it's like you just do it on the fly. It's imperative, improv. Improv, there you go.
Improv.
There you go.
I beat you, Jeremy.
There you go. There you go.
But yeah, and this dude Eric, right? Before Copernicus, this dude Eric, he was the first person to find the circumference of the Earth. He estimated correctly, like how big the Earth was, like within 200 miles.
Damn, he was kind of close.
All he did was he was comparing like the shadows in Alexandria and comparing it to like South Egypt, like the shadows from the buildings, and then he calculated the shadows to get the whole circumference of the whole Earth.
It makes
And then
sense.
if you fast forward like today, and they already measured the Earth, he was only off by 200 miles. And this motherfucker did this shit 2,000 years ago without fucking flying planes, satellites, or nothing. Barely a ruler, supposedly. I don't know what kind of knowledge or technology they had back then. I'm pretty sure they had really advanced shit back then. It's just we were trying to fake the funk and saying people are really stupid back then, which is a fucking lie.
They probably
These
were
guys are fucking
smarter back
liars.
then. Nah, they probably.
They're way smart. They
How the
laid the
fuck-
fucking ground. They laid the foundation for us, man. And then we want to say they weren't smart back then. They only had horses for like thousands of years, oil lamps.
They're stupid. They didn't have internet. Like, maybe that's why they're probably smarter. That's just, and we're not relying on anybody else to tell you this shit. You have to rely on learning. Like, not know some secondhand shit you gotta learn, but I mean, he probably like somebody like that, and he's probably like very observative, and he probably saw like, man, what the fuck? How's this sun moving? Are we moving? Is the sun moving around us? These shadows are moving. You tell time of the day based off of shadows. It's how you make the damn what do you call them things with the little shadow clocks? The little shadow that moves around.
Sundial.
Yeah, like a sundial. That's amazing. Shout out to that.
That is, I mean, shout out to Eric from Alexandria. It's a cool name for a kid.
Eric Alexandria.
Yeah. If I name my kids, it's gonna be after like gods and stuff.
Zeus.
Why'd you name me after Hip Copernicus?
I think he's about to say Hitler. Why'd you name me after Hitler?
Robert says his power went out. Man, everybody, power is going out. Tenendo says happy birthday, Chris
Oh,
Jones.
thanks, bro. Thank you.
Cheers to you, Tenendo. Welcome, man. Welcome.
Welcome, bro.
All right, so the downfall to this library. So when this library was, fully like stocked up with knowledge, right? Here shows up Julius Caesar in a boat. He's like, I'm gonna conquer this motherfucker. So what Julius Caesar did, right? This is why I'm gonna stop eating like Caesar salads.
Oh,
guy's-
you're boycotting?
This guy's a dick.
He's always been like that, yeah.
And I didn't know he was a dick like that. He started burning the harbor, right?
That's right.
Burning. The city was burning. But here's the funny thing about it. He said that he didn't burn the library. He's like, I'm not responsible for that. I burned the city and library. I don't know. I didn't do that. But it's so obvious. Okay, you burned the city. How do you not think that the library burned down along with that?
For real.
Because he had to write like a written statement of what happened. It's like, yeah, I burned these cities down or whatever. But he never mentioned like, oh yeah, the library went down too.
So did he know, or he just didn't like? Or he faked
It's
it?
weird that he didn't say that he burned that shit down too. He burned like in the area where the library was at.
So, and I guess he didn't assume that the library got burned down too.
I guess maybe they just didn't want to take that responsibility of that.
So, do you think he was on purpose, like to get
Yes.
to get the library?
And then when he was done burning it, you know what he said? He said, "Is there no one else?" It's like, "Is there no one else?" He burned the fuck out of the whole place, man.
Now we about to build the Julius Caesar library. I'm about to tell you my story.
The dude is on the boat. Is like, "Man, I am out. I did what I had to do. Peace out. We're gonna take whatever this knowledge you guys collect, like the scrap, the papyrus scrolls. Like you guys collect. I'm gonna burn. You guys collect what's left, and we take this shit to the Vatican."
They're all working for him.
Pre-Vatican.
So
this
they're
was before the
all
Vatican.
they're all like working for some, like what do you call it? Like a prototype Vatican or some shit. Like before.
This was the start of the Vatican, dude.
You think they was all working for him?
Somebody wanted all that knowledge in that library, and they taken it to another location, saying this shit is ours now, and we're gonna start our own shit.
Yo, I just thought.
Fast forward,
Here we are.
here we are.
What if it was like, oh my god? So remember before
His birthday's on Friday, Bob.
Thursday?
His early birthday.
Oh yeah, Thursday. Thursday. Oh, thanks guys, appreciate it. Yeah, it's Thursday. It's coming up. It just like okay, so I just thought of this crazy thing, right? So this library is built, it exists, and people around the world are like, yo, it's Alexander the Great's area. This library is big. They probably got security. How can we get in there and figure out what they got and what we need or whatever? How about we go there and pretend like we're gonna give them our history, And why they give us a copy, but we scoping the place out, like
Right.
just and just checking out, like okay, we just the layout, boom, boom.
They probably had like a lot of inside mans in there.
Yeah,
Because like I
could've
said,
been.
like this library was huge. There was like over 100 people that was living there. They studied there. They had zoos over there, dude. They were studying like fucking white tigers and blue eyes red dragons and whatever the hell they were studying. But they studied everything.
Thank you, Bob. I appreciate it. Thank you, Melissa. Thank you.
Happy birthday, Chris.
Oh, thanks, Billy. Thanks, man. At this university, it could have been somebody who had like student debt. I don't know if that shit exists back then.
I
but-
wondered. I was
you know,
thinking, I was like,
like,
okay, there's
who's paying
people,
for this?
they're living on campus. Like, were they paying it?
Yeah, like, there's a dorm room. If they stay in there's dorms, like
The dude was like, hey, man, I just figured out trigonometry.
trigonometry.
I
need a
gave
room.
this to you guys.
I need a room now.
Yeah.
I mean, so like, I'm pretty sure they had to pay for rooms and shit. If it's dorms, because this is the very first formation of a university. They probably pay for rooms, food, shit like that. Like, oh man, we're not. This place is bleeding me dry.
Yeah, like they slept in like bunk beds, right? Then imagine like, dude, imagine the conversations they
stinks.
had at night, right? One guy was like, hey, man, you know the earth is round? Then Aristotle was like, shut the fuck up. This shit is fucking flat. They probably had that flat round earth debate
Oh my god, and that's
all night.
how it burnt down. It was never Julius Caesar. They was arguing with flat Earth.
Because there was like a
Shit got out of hand.
There was a section in the library that showed like the true shape.
How do you go there?
But it's like the unforbidden, like the door is like locked twice and shit.
And then all hell broke loose when somebody looked into it.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know. We really don't know the truth, but somebody back then knew it. And
They were
then,
like, oh my god, it's just a fucking rock. It has no shape.
it's just a pebble.
It's a ghetto looking rock in space.
Looks dingy.
Like, oh, like, I can't believe it's that nasty looking rock is floating in space like that.
It's not even blue. The water's actually green. Like, it's just some. It's all a lie. And then the motherfucker got burnt down, and then they blamed Julius Caesar for it.
He did it. I think he did it.
Honestly, I do think he straight up did it.
Because there was a whole bunch of other people that they blamed for it. Like, they said a guy named Caliph Omar in 640 AD.
Oh, he sound black. Wasn't Caliph Omar?
He's black. His skin was fairly dark from the sun being burnt. Yep.
Okay. Getting roasted out there.
His nickname was Double Shadow. Because you see his shadow.
No, I got it. I looked at you, I was like, I get the joke.
That's not a racist joke, is it?
No, I get what you were trying to say.
Improv, man. You
I was
know?
trying to figure out how I was going to respond to it.
I miss the old days when we just say that.
No,
shit.
I don't. This is not the 90s anymore. The fuck?
Bring the 90s back. Kids gotta learn. Omar, he has a quote saying that. Oh, here's the thing. Like, they told him to get all the knowledge from the library, right? Because they're saying that the people at the Library of Alexandria, they were gonna either like manipulate the Quran, the words of the Quran, or they're gonna leave it like how it is, and everybody's gonna agree with it. So he was on a mission to kind of like control the religion, you know. So he was gonna get the Book of Quran or whatever, rewrite that whole shit.
Is that why the Muslims stepped up and
Maybe, and maybe they were the one they got that Book of Quran or whatever. Then like light this library up. That was like another suspect that they're saying could be the person that lit up the library because you know the Muslim, like, their faith is fucking.
They are strict with it. They don't play, man. They don't even show which on a lot of ways I see where they're coming from. Like with the Prophet Muhammad. They won't show any pictures or anything. Like, there's no anything that exists as far as like what you can see. There's no statue of Muhammad. There's no picture of him or nothing. And they do it because
there's no pictures of God.
and
Because that's illegal.
Yeah, and the reason why, yes, dude, they like fucking. I remember South Park did it one time, or South Park was talking about doing it, and the Muslim community was like losing their fucking mind. But they blurred them out still. But the fact is like. And on a lot of ways, I see where they're coming from. What the Bob says,
Quran.
Quran. Sorry.
Wait, what were you
Quran.
saying?
Okay, but so how they believe with like their prophet Muhammad, right? Is that if you ever give him an image or something, it can be exploited, which is straight up true. Because how many like what would Jesus do stickers would be floating around out here if we didn't know what he looked like, or T-shirts of Jesus or anything. Like they didn't want it to be made money off of the prophet or anybody trying to like, hey, we have the prophet Muhammad in front of this building. It's a church. It's not for. They didn't want it to be. I think the word I'm looking for is just like, what am I thinking of? They basically just want to be exploited,
like a human form,
like exploited. Yeah, like just like don't get like it's just like don't give it a face, don't give it nothing. This is what the prophet Muhammad did. This, that, and the third. Because if you give it a face, then you're making T-shirts from it. You're exploiting what it's taken away from the work that he did or what he was destined to do, and you're just making to a fucking T-shirt and then profiting off of him. So that's why they're really strict about it. If I'm not mistaken, that's the reason why they don't.
I think it's more deeper than just making money off of it.
Yeah,
it's more like a respect thing, because it'll be like super disrespect. Like you're saying, oh, like our God looked like this. Like how the fuck you know what that God looked like? It's like that. It's like saying, don't you dare put a face on like this God, because
then
nobody knows,
Especially if you give it a race. So let's just give it a color. If you make it like white or make it black or anything.
Black, it's white. Like, no.
And people are going to fight for that shit. Like, how he's one of us.
He's a fucking machine.
So they have the right idea, in my opinion.
Lightning.
You're like,
he knows.
But I do think they have the right idea of it, because once you give it a face and a nationality or a race, and then everybody's like, okay, we're the ones who are supposed to be running the shit. Or, you know what I'm saying? So I get it.
Religion is very...
It's shaky, man.
It's one of the things that people would die for.
Yes, a lot of people.
Along with weapons, guns, drugs, religion.
It's up there, man.
All right, so final notes before Chris do some small news.
All right.
Aristotle once said, you know Aristotle.
Yeah.
He once said that the fate of empires depend on the education of the youth, which is the realest shit you can ever say.
Real shit, yeah.
Because think about it. Education of the youth. Okay, let's say you destroy a fucking library with like all the knowledge, right? What the fuck are you gonna teach your kids?
Yeah, after that, when it's gone.
Start over. That's why, this is why they're saying how them burning that library set humanity back 1,000 years, because they had to start all over again. Yeah. Like they had to learn like mathematics again. They had to learn like science, the medical shit, whatever alchemy that they were doing back then, and. There's a lot of fucking science. Like, they have to fucking scramble to get all that information, to relearn it, to fucking... That's why, like, knowledge back then was, like... It was kind of, like, forbidden. Like, because they didn't want the common people knowing, like, these type of knowledge. It was only kept for, like, the high people.
Yeah.
The rich or whatever, the wealthy, the people with power. They were the one that had the knowledge. Because if everybody had the knowledge, right? You could have like kings running around everywhere saying, this is my land, not your land. I know how this shit works. I know how politics works or whatever. They needed to dumb down like the education, like not give them that much information, but just enough to get like the party started, to get like Earth running and shit.
Yeah, I can see it.
That's why, yeah. Go ahead.
Oh, my fault. I was thinking just now that I could see why you want like suppressing knowledge is like really important for like especially the people who run shit, and the less people know, the more likely they're gonna want to like turn on who's running on shit.
Yeah, they're not gonna rebel. Like that's why they came up with the money system.
Gave them something else to fight for.
Guess what, guys? We have a money system now, and if you give us like this amount, you can get this amount of bread, this amount of cows or whatever. They're like, cool. Now we're on a money system now, and they're like, all right, now then the leader's like, hey, we can really do this. Like, we can really, like, conquer this earth and get them to mine or whatever, do whatever, because we came up with this money system.
And we made it to, we created a way to where, in this new world we're creating, you can't survive unless you get what we're pushing out, or what we think we deem is what you need for currency. So it could have been fucking bottle caps or some shit. It could have been anything, but this is what they went for.
You guys want those new Yeezys and shit?
And then the people give. And then,
I would die for that.
I will kill everybody for that shit.
I would stab 12 moms to get that.
And and then if you get enough people to go along with it, and next on the people are giving this new currency the power, and that's just the law of the land now. Just and then this shit and then the machine just starts running, and then
they don't want us to fight them, because that's like their worst nightmare. Robert's saying there's too much of us fighting back. We'll bring them back down to their knees, which is true. Like if people actually like stood up like for everything that's wrong that's happening now, like everybody stand up. Like let's say 1 million people tomorrow goes against the government. They have no fucking chance, dude.
Yeah, this
But
only make
is
up
that ever gonna happen?
no,
Not in our lifetime. I cannot see that happening.
no, because
Maybe 1,000 people, but not that many people. Because people are still scared. Like we're still stuck in that. It's like a rock and a hard place. Like it's almost like you want to do it, but you don't want to do it because you're still like a part of a system, and you just don't know how to get out. Really.
I see it as that way, and also too like there's people who are very. It's kind of like even if we ever do get on the right mindset, it's like and to me, I feel like an entire system was created to create so many divisions between people that there's so many layers that we would have to go through even to get 1 million people together to fight for one cause. Because it's like, okay, we all agree on this, but then we can't agree on religion, so the movement can't happen because some people don't want to ride with us because we don't believe what they believe in. Okay, and then there's so many layers of fuckery that you have to get to even get to everybody to be on the same page. It's too
difficult now.
It's you have, at this point it has to be like a small group to make this movement.
Yeah, it can happen
some generations.
too.
Oh, yeah, it's
there's,
possible.
There's some like like influencer people that can gauge like a huge audience.
Yeah.
Like they can say stuff, but now like even like if they're saying stuff, you're already getting attacked by a mob of people that's gonna call you stupid. Everybody's gonna agree like, oh yeah, that guy is stupid. He's crazy. Don't listen. And then everybody's like, yeah, why should I listen to him? Like 1 million people just said he's crazy. Why should I listen? So we're living in the era. Like even if like you're saying real shit like online or whatever, even if you're a celebrity, if you sound like a little bit crazy, they're not gonna listen, and you're just gonna be labeled as the crazy guy.
Yeah,
What the hell?
a lot of people be thinking now that just like public opinion is like judge, jury, and executioner. Whatever most people go with, that's just the law of the land. It's like it don't matter what the hell you do.
Yeah.
It can be in benefit to the humanity. If most people ain't getting on board with it, then that shit is not gonna like.
Yep. Why you think like Elon's getting like a lot of hate and shit?
I think there's a lot of reasons, but
There is, but like
for one, he's rich. I think people's gonna wake up to like the classism thing around the world, where it's like, how the fuck, like, and I think the pandemic is what woke a lot of people up too. Is like, hey, like, you guys, like, the only way you can have good healthcare, at least in America, the only way you can have good healthcare is if you're rich. If you fucking poor, or you just live in middle class, you won't have the access to getting any kind of thing to help you medically or.
that just shows you like, do they really want like the better health for their own Americans?
No.
Like they really want to care for people, saying, "Hey, get your COVID because we care about you guys." Like, do you guys really care about us like that? Why is healthcare all this shit's expensive? Like it's expensive to get like cancer medicine and shit. I was like, why is that all fucking expensive? And then you want to push this COVID shit out, like, hey, get your vaccines because we care about you guys. Like, you guys don't fucking care, man. You guys are doing something shady going on.
I be thinking like, okay, there's two different types of vaccines. There's two different types of vaccines. There's one I always think is like, is one for the rich and one for the poor. Like if you rich, you get like the creme de la creme vaccine, like legit shit. But if you poor, we're like, well, we might give you whatever the fuck we got left over.
I got vaccinated by Mother Earth.
By nature.
I ate dirt. I ate all that nasty shit. I got sick so many times. That's like my vaccine. I'm like immune to all this nasty dirt. Unless they just they make some brand new virus. Say, here, all right, let's see if your fucking dirt can handle this. Then says what? He says, you hear about what CDC said today? What they say, man?
Was it? I saw a glimpse of it. Was it about the mask or something? What was it, Tenendo? I remember something did pop up about CDC on Twitter. I didn't really catch it. I was like half asleep when I saw it pop up.
Justin, you good, dude? Just catch us when you can, dude.
Yeah, for real.
So your hotspot don't work. It's all good, man. We'll catch you next time.
Yeah, appreciate it.
I know you're trying your best, trying to get that shit working.
Yeah, shit's kind of crazy
right now. What does CDC say? You know about it? Okay, so we're gonna I'm gonna end like the topic. Okay, that was my final thing that Aristotle says the fate of empires, it depends on the education of the youth. So now bro. We have to.
That was good. I like this one.
Yeah, I liked it too. It was a lot of cool shit, man. Aristotle.
Knowledge is power. That is the message we're taking away from.
It always been the
always
power.
Is, man.
It always.
It's more valuable than.
Well, yeah. Why do you think anything? Like they were like back then, right? A long time ago, you weren't even allowed to write anything down. Like it was forbidden for you to even write, like even on sand. Like if you said, "Hey, here's directions," you will get fucking crucified for that shit.
Damn.
This is how crazy how they didn't want knowledge for little people to have. Even like them writing notes was forbidden. So for a long time, like these people, they were scared of people like trying to write shit because they knew that they would get burned for that shit, which is fucking crazy, right?
Yeah.
Now we have notebooks everywhere. We have the internet, which I think was one of their biggest mistakes was giving us the internet.
I don't know. I don't think it's the biggest mistake. If anything,
Well, it's spreading more knowledge, but at the same time,
it's getting abused a lot too, though.
it's spreading a lot of fake stuff too.
That's true.
And we just can't tell no more.
It's either you're gonna do the legwork to find out what you just read was legit, or you just read what you just read and then take it at face value and just run with it.
You gotta just use your common sense too. Small news time. Clocking out for the day. I get to listen now. How's everybody doing? Chat? You guys good?
What did Nintendo say? Okay, it says all vaccinated people must wear a mask inside. Came out today. Yeah, that's
for
what it
real?
was. I knew it had something to do with mask. I can't remember exactly what it was, but
So what's the point of it? What's the point of vaccinations, man?
because cases are picking back up again. For
Yeah,
this,
because they made it something new.
this next level
they
Delta
made
variant.
they made a thing, and then they're like, "Hey guys, you guys want to wear it now?"
like Delta variant and then something else too. But
Some monkey virus.
well, I wouldn't even think about that. But yeah, the monkeypox shit. That's a whole. That's
They
some
gotta
other shit.
fucking stop, man. They gotta start releasing this shit. How are these new viruses coming out of nowhere?
And that shit was in Atlanta too. The monkeypox. I think Atlanta and Texas.
They need to stop.
Like they out here.
Like, you guys really trying that hard? Like, you want us to be vaccinated that much? You're gonna keep throwing out these viruses? Nature don't do that, man.
I'm in the middle with it though, man.
Nature did not do that.
And I don't know what to do. I was talking to my sister the other day. She was like, I ain't getting that shit. My older sister. My younger sister's like, she got it day one. She was like the first person to get it.
It's divided right now.
My younger
Like,
sister was like, hell no. She's like, I run every day. I was like, I eat healthy. She's like, I'm not going to have this shit fucking me up. I'm like, I feel you. I mean,
I'm cool with that. If Robert got COVID, he survived. He's in chat right now.
I know,
Man, that shit will not kill you, man. Just fucking stay away from the hospital. If you got it, just stay home. It's like you're just regular sick. It is bad or whatever, but you'll survive. You're okay. Drink some OJ or something.
there was something I heard like last week, and they said like most black adults under the age of 40 refuses to get the vaccination, and that's just black folks don't have no trust for the U.S. government. They were like, why would we gonna take some shit? All y'all do is experiment on people, so that's
They're like, oh yeah, Delta variant. It's like, oh no, they still don't want to do it. Oh fuck, man.
there's an asteroid coming.
Let's just drop like the real virus where people are getting, where you can actually see physical effects like bumps all over the face. They're like,
Yeah,
oh shit,
yeah.
fuck that. We're
Yeah.
getting vaccinated right now.
Oh, I didn't think of that.
Yeah, that to be something like physically like you can see.
Ooh, I didn't think of
when
that.
they see, they're like, oh god,
What is that thing
shoulda
on his
took-
face?
We should have took the vaccine when the Delta variant.
Because COVID, you can't see.
Yeah, now now there's a new disease. It's like maybe called like
Talking about the monkeypox shit.
no, it might be something like far worse than Delta or monkey or
But
something.
it's gonna be physical deformity type shit. Not deformity,
It's
maybe
gonna
like
be
a
like
bump.
Spirit Airline, you know?
The Spirit Airline.
Because
of-
Delta, they got their disease and
Yeah.
shit. Now Spirit, they got their shit.
I got
And
it.
Spirit is known to be like the bad airline.
Yeah, I get it. I
it's
get
gonna
it.
be like the worst virus you can get because Spirit, you're gonna have a bad day.
I get it. I get it.
Tenendo says they don't want to talk about the bad vaccinated story on the news. You have to look it up.
Yeah, it's just fuck, man. What are you doing in this situation, guys? What are we gonna do?
I'm not gonna take it, man. I'll die. I'll die with that shit.
Man, I'm already getting ready. I'm already gearing up for like Mad Max world. I feel like we're heading in that direction,
I'm straight, man.
fighting for gas and shit.
I never worry about stuff like that. I'll die just like that. Like he didn't get fucked.
Melissa says, I wish I didn't get it. No, I mean, maybe is this like the roll of dice? Either you got it, you good, or
Yeah, because Bob got it too. And
yeah. So your sister got it. My older sister got it, and my dad got it, and then that's it. At least as
It
far as
is what it
family.
is. Like who knows what the fuck is in that shit? I'm thinking it's something that's like it's gonna remain dormant until something happens. Like
Kill switch.
Yeah, like a kill switch. Like they'll say something like, let's say like a video goes viral, like a viral video, right? Remember that pineapple pen video? The video that didn't make sense. I was like, why is this video going viral? It makes no sense. But let's say like a video like that could be like, you know, something that can trigger like an event from happening. Like let's say everybody watched this viral video and then boom, something triggers in the brain, and then it just makes them do something weird. Who knows? Like maybe it'll shut you down, and then you can apply it to like whatever rules and laws. I was thinking it could be something like that remains dormant until something is triggered.
Robert says he says COVID wasn't too nice to me, guys. So
Yeah.
that is the other side. That shit can fuck you up, man.
But did you die?
But still, like there's people.
Dude, people get sick. It's normal. Even the flu is bad too. You get the flu, that's bad news for you.
But not to the
Sickness
point
is
where,
normal.
Well, not to the point where I can't breathe. I've had the flu before, but not to the point where anything that's actually respiratory system is fucking scary to me. That is.
Yeah, it's
scary.
an aggressive virus. It's real. It's a real virus. But I don't want it. But if I get it, I'm not gonna be worried.
Yeah, it's one of the things. It's kind of like if you feel comfortable getting it, get it. If not, look, I'm like this. People just need to start practicing social distancing. It's too many people who they always gotta be around motherfucking people all the time. Like remember last year we was talking about when people were going to quarantine, traffic. We were like, you and me were just like, yo, this is just our life. Like we weren't losing our mind over like, man, I can't go to no bar, can't go to no club, I can't go to no beach. Like, motherfucker, maybe you just need to stay home sometimes, stop spending money or something. Like it is. I think that's the biggest issue. Is like too many people want to get out and be around each other. Just fucking stay home.
Yeah,
That's the best. That's the best cure. To me.
They're human. They like to play
Socialize.
outside. Yeah, that's a human nature, man. That's like trying to lock a monkey in a cage. I don't mean to use a monkey, but it's like locking an animal in a cage.
Yeah. I ain't saying nothing. Small news. Like
But Tenendo says like it's gonna get really serious when they try to put like putting that you're vaccinated on your license or putting it as like if you're applying for a job saying, hey, have you been vaccinated? Yes. Oh, show the proof. Or like traveling would be like the most important thing, right? Like you have to show your vaccination documents.
Yeah, they're putting the pressure on people who are not vaccinated.
That fucking sucks.
I was just watching CNN yesterday at work, and when I was watching it, the news was literally like, it's kind of like they're like, okay, there's all these outbreaks. Whose fault is it?
Go ahead.
It's literally all these outbreaks. Why is there so many outbreaks? And they're like, some scientist lady was on there, this Asian chick, and she's like, oh yeah, it's clearly the fault of everybody not getting vaccinated. That's why this shit won't end. So if somebody catches this because nobody was vaccinated. But they're also not talking about too where people who have been vaccinated are catching the shit too. So it's weird. They're trying to press people to take it. And I don't look, take it, don't. I don't know. Whatever you feel comfortable with. But I see what they're trying to do. They're trying to punish people who don't feel comfortable taking it. Like my younger sister, like it's got nothing to do politically. She QAnon supporter or nothing. She's just a lady who's like, yo, I don't feel comfortable with this shit. Y'all just shoving shit into my body that came out like this. Like some people just don't feel comfortable with it, and they don't need to be browbeating people who don't feel comfortable taking it.
Right, it's not natural, man.
That's so.
Like, come on, you don't even know what the fuck is in that shit, but it's going in your body.
But if you want to take it though, and it makes you feel comfortable, I say go for that too. It's just.
Yeah, because you can't really tell people anything.
No, you can't.
Like, because then, like, who are you to tell somebody, oh, you shouldn't take a shot? You know?
Just be like this. Respects people's bubbles. When you go to Walmart shopping or
Right.
whatever, why the fuck you on my back when we stand in a line? Like, back the fuck up. Cover your mouth. Like, I feel like COVID was just so bad in America because so many people don't wash their fucking hands or don't do general hygiene. I think it's just dirty motherfuckers out there. Mm-hmm. Why you got all these signs all over the place saying wash your hands? Why they got to tell grown-ass adults this shit?
Yeah, adults should been know that shit, man.
That's day one.
Like, you guys don't learn common
Day one
sense.
hygiene.
Like, you shouldn't even have to teach common sense. That's what's so scary now. People don't have no fucking common sense.
Shit's
I was like,
scary.
holy shit, the internet shined light on a lot of stupidity on it. I was like, damn, people are like that dumb and shit. No offense, people. I sound like a
fuck?
hater now.
Oh boy! All right, so small news. I don't know what the fuck's popping off.
Melissa says, people will never know what respect is. That's huge. They don't know how to respect people. There's so much disrespect going on right now. So much. And then nobody's being held accountable for it because they're scared, right? The reason why they're scared is like, let's say somebody disrespected you, and then if you get mad, they're going to throw out that, oh, you're doing this because I'm white, or you're doing it because I'm black. And then they can't say nothing no more.
Yeah, it shuts it
Or
down.
you're doing it because I'm Asian. They're like, oh, fuck, it's that type of shit.
Yeah, we going in that
so
direction.
They're like, fuck it. You win. I don't want to deal with that crap, you know? Because they're going to label you as the fucking racist.
Yeah.
That's why people are scared now. Even when it's like common sense shit. And like, dude, like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, oh, man, because I'm black or I'm white or whatever. They use that race card. And they're like, man, fuck this, whatever. So people are like scared now because
Don't
everybody's
wanna
like
talk about it.
self-policing. They don't even. It's almost like
That's how you run a
people
society.
people are giving up on people. That's what it looked like.
That's how you run a society. Self-police. Like the government can't be everywhere all the time. So
Yeah.
you train people enough. It's like a dog. The dog will be a good dog if you train it enough. You ain't gotta be around. The dog will take care of itself.
If I was a dog, I'll bite everybody.
I don't know what I would do if I was a dog.
I was like, give me
I'll
that.
probably shit in the
I'll
house.
get the treat and then I'll bite you.
I would probably just shit in the corner just cause like
And then I'll run
just
and then I'll
'cause.
look back with the dog eyes. Like, I'm
Squinting?
sorry. I'm sorry, man.
oh I'm sorry,
I'm
Daddy.
sorry. Then I get adopted. Easy. Man, I live a good life. If I was a dog,
Dude,
man,
imagine
I'll get a
being rich.
dog bed, like a real human bed. Not a dog bed.
No,
I'll get
fuck
like a
that.
twin size bed, but it's like made for humans, but it's my shit.
Fuck a bed. What about a whole room? A dog room.
How about a house?
A dog?
Like with a
With a
mortgage.
pool?
with a mortgage, like I get a whole dog house. But it's actually a human house.
Billy, your name Billy the pup. It's like signed onto the fucking. That's
Yeah.
yours. It's all you.
And I drink out of pond.
Fresh water.
Fresh water.
Fresh water.
Like the water, the fresh water circulated in a pond. That's me. I'm a good dog. Like, who's a good dog? Me. All right, small news.
All right, let's get to it. We going off track for real. Fucking Jameson kicking in. All right, so
Apple juice.
it's apple juice kicking in. All right, so first story. Virginia man wins.
What are you talking about, Bob? What shit on the table? What?
Shit on the table. Oh, talking about dogs. Well, I'm getting lost.
Oh, okay, yeah, the dogs.
Like Bob, you were shit on the table. What the? It says Virginia man wins a second $100,000 lottery jackpot using the same numbers.
He won twice?
He won twice using the same numbers, and he won $100,000 again.
Wow, lucky man.
Dude, he cracked the code of the universe or something. I don't know. What
You know the only thing I can say? Simulated reality. It's all fake. This is why, like, how? What are the chances of
This
you
is-
winning the lottery twice with the same number?
But here's the thing, though. I see where you're coming from, but the possibility that even if it's like less than 1%, it's still a possibility, though. Like anything's possible.
Of course.
But
what
that's
are the
very
chances?
slim. But the funny thing is, though, too, there was another story I came across where another lady did the same thing. She won a lottery some time ago.
Simulated reality.
She was saying some of the same numbers again and fucking won again. Second time.
I believe it happened, but, like, how it happened, like, I think
The odds, man.
Yeah, the odds is
it's
too
too much.
Speaking of odds, you guys want to know a crazy odd? Like how, like the odds of us, like being created with the Big Bang Theory, creating a perfect Earth with the perfect moon, perfect sun, all in the perfect distance for us to have life on Earth.
You think it's that rare?
Famous mathematician, I forgot his name, right? He's saying the odds of that happening, it's like 1 in 40,000.
I believe that.
That's like 40,000 zeros of that happening. Here's like a better example of saying the odds of us existing right now happening from a Big Bang. Another mathematician saying the odds of this is happening is like, let's say like a tornado, right? Go through like a junkyard and somehow they
Makes a
grab
car.
all the scraps in the junkyard and made like a fucking Delta airline airplane from a tornado and building an airplane
Perfectly. Just
perfectly. They're saying the odds are like that. How
believe
how we exist is like if that. So they're saying it's impossible.
Just for just our existence.
So they're saying what they're concluding to is they're saying that none of this was an accident. It was all pre-planned. This was all created by somebody or something put us here. Like we were created. This was not an accident, not by the slightest chance.
I actually even thought about it at this where us as humans are just kind of like an anomaly. We are an accident. We like it's our existence of humanity is like so rare, at least on the level of how we live on this planet. It's a rarity. It's not many planets in the whole universe. It's actually, I actually sometimes think we live in a dead universe where it's really not a lot out there. There's other life, but it's not like as expansive as it may be. But or maybe it's like galaxy. We live in a dead galaxy. It might be that too. We just ain't no motherfuckers in
We
this
don't
shit.
really
like that.
know
But
because
nobody knows.
No one's letting us off this planet.
No, we stuck, man. And whatever we did before, there's a reason why they ain't letting us off the planet. Radiation belt, what?
But go ahead.
Okay, so back to this shit, man. So, Virginia man wins a second $100,000 lottery jackpot with the same numbers, right? So this happened on July 26th. Virginia man who collected $100,000 jackpot from a Virginia lottery drawing won the same amount again 16 months later after using the same numbers.
16 months.
16 months later, he played again using the same exact numbers, and he won $100,000 again.
Damn.
So says Bobby Johnson from Chesapeake, Virginia. He was stunned to discover that he had made matching numbers out of all 5 numbers in June 22nd with Cash 5. Just 16 months after he won. And he said he was happy as shit. The numbers he had actually played, it says Johnson said his ticket, actually got it from 7-Eleven, right? And he basically just used the same exact numbers he had before, which is 1, 2, 20, 25, 27. And the dude says his latest winnings will join his previous jackpot winning in savings account, and he can use it to take care of his family. So he ain't blowing that shit away on cars and shit.
That's wild.
He's trying to be smart.
Fernando said in the chat, he says like the odds of you winning twice, it's like 400 trillion to 1 with the same fucking numbers.
I've actually heard so many stories about, just when I heard this and reading about stuff, even just winning a lottery itself is a rarity. Like you would get struck by lightning first, which is rare.
It's already rare, but you doing it
2
twice
times
in 16 months, that's when you're like, glitch.
And I'm
not
even thinking that he scammed it. Like that's kind of
no.
This dude I think he just played these numbers, and because the first thing the lottery commission is going to do is see if he was scamming. It seemed like he was this guy who just did it again 16 months later, same numbers. He's probably like, man, let me try this shit again. Like I got lucky before. Oh fuck, I won again. I believe it. He beat the game. Whatever game we playing, he won. He figured this shit out.
They're like, happy birthday, time traveler.
you win again. So shout out to that, man. Fuck, 2 times. I was happy with 1. Fuck.
I know, right? Like you won and you're still playing the lotto. Like
you going again? He probably used his winnings to go buy another lotto ticket. He's like, why you get another one?
That's greedy. You're getting greedy. Now you're gonna die.
Hell yeah.
You're gonna die early.
Did you want to take a break or you want to keep on with the stories?
Yes, I was gonna ask.
I saw your leg moving. I can see it out the corner of my eye.
A quick leak, real quick.
All right.
Be right back, guys, and then we're gonna finish up with these last stories.
Hi, everybody.
Hola, we're back.
All right. Small news.
Small news. Let's go.
Okay, this story is all for my Georgia people out here. This is why I fucking hate summertime out here. It says couple finds mama snake and 17 little snakes under bed. I would have set the house on fire, but that's just me, you know. Find a bunch of snakes on your bed. I just saw a video last week too where I think it might have been in like either China or Japan or something. I don't know where it was at, but it was an Asian family that was like in a garage or something, and you see the husband right here and the mother over there in the garage, but then you see like a baby, like their baby was on the floor playing with something, and then you see like the father freak out. It's no audio, right? The father freaks out. You see the mother freak out, and then she just runs over, grabs the baby, and then they start running towards the house, and you see like this big ass fucking snake just like.
Oh, I saw that.
You saw that shit?
Yeah.
Making a beeline towards them, like that thing was trying to eat the baby. Like
at first, I was waiting for a car. To
yeah, I thought the car was gonna fly through. Yeah, I think I saw it on Reddit.
Like, what is that? I was like, oh shit, that's a big ass snake.
And that motherfucker was moving. It's like I didn't know they moved that fast, but
it's a hungry snake.
He's trying to eat the baby, man.
Yeah, you ever see a snake move like that fast? Like he hasn't ate for a long time.
She's like, oh, I'm hungry.
He's like, I'm hungry.
Baby looked like a hamburger. But let's get it. All right, so it says
eat that baby up.
A Georgia woman thought she saw a piece of fuzz under her bed, and it wasn't fuzz. And this happened in Augusta, Georgia. Says that she saw what was like a piece of fuzz kind of sticking out of the bed. That's what she thought, and she suspiciously moved it. It says, and then a second later, another piece moved, and then I went to my husband. This is what she's saying. She saw like a piece move, and then and then that's when she's like, "What the fuck?" and ran to her husband. And then I was okay. They want to turn over the bed, and they found like this big ass snake with 17 babies underneath of it.
Oh shit!
Just chilling. Like what the?
Hibernating with a bunch of snake eggs the whole time.
How fast? I don't know how fast snake babies are born and all that, but How long were they chilling under there to be like
It had to
popping
be a
them
while.
out?
Yeah, it had to be a while.
But I would have burnt the motherfucking house down, but I don't think they did. Says her husband, Max Wiltshire, was able to use a grabbing tool to contain the snakes in a linen bag. He released them outside near a creek. Black folks would have fucked that shit up. They good. They good people. That's good. They did the right thing.
Light it up.
Says wildlife catcher later told the couple that the reptiles in their home were non-venomous garter snakes. So they weren't like fucking dangerous or something. And then also the rest of the article wants to talk about like how Georgia has poisonous snakes too, But imagine
I've never seen a poisonous one. But Teneno says most snake eggs should hatch in 45 to 70 days.
so they've been chilling there for like beginning of summer,
They were just
spring.
like they never heard the snake hissing and shit. You know the snakes they hiss like to get the temperature of the environment.
Oh no, I thought that was the tongue.
Yeah, the tongue. Yeah.
The hissing is like when they get ready to like fuck some shit up. So and they maybe they
Well,
probably.
I thought it was the same.
I think they just probably just never felt like they was in danger. Just be like, okay, it's cool. They just fucking in bed. It's
cool.
it's cool. They just bumping uglies
Cool,
and
they left the lights on for us. And,
let me just push out these babies and then
yeah.
shit was chill. So
So what they do with the snakes? Like they call snake control.
I still be thinking about snakes gonna call it like when I be sitting on the toilet doing number two. There's times where I'll be like, man, I hope a snake ain't about to
I've been looking out for crocodiles
really come up. Like, really?
coming up from the toilet. Yeah, I'm like, I better not see no crocodile head while the turtle head's going down.
I'm gonna shit on top of his head. That's what I'm
Are
gonna
they
do.
gonna kill this turtle head?
If I see alligator, I'm like, oh, the train's left the station. And then
I was like, how about 12 turtle heads? Like, take that.
get it, eat it.
Flush it, they all get stuck.
I never thought about alligator, but yeah, that would be fucking horrifying too.
This says, what the hell do you guys have in Georgia?
Oh my god, we're too close to Florida. That's the problem.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say too. Like,
For real?
we get like leftovers from Florida.
Yeah, we get the remnants.
Florida's wild because they get these exotic animals, illegal animals.
Yes, illegal animals.
They're famous for getting a lot of illegal animals. And then
Anacondas.
Somehow they go to Georgia.
I think they found one that ate an alligator one time, like anaconda. And it was like, what the fuck? This thing is not even a part of the ecosystem. Why is it out here? But somebody probably owned it. And a lot of times we own a snake, they do this weird thing where they size up their owners to where they're going to eventually try to eat your fucking owner. And that's why you got to get rid of it. And then
Yep. You don't want
they
wild
out
animals.
there,
Like
man.
keyword wild.
wild. It's,
Come on, make some, use some common sense. Speaking of wild animals, like maybe like 2 years ago, right? There was like 2 lions that was out in the street here, like down the road. There
That's
was,
2 years ago now?
it's about 2 years ago.
That was the mountain lion from with Tennessee? Shit.
No. It's the lions from the circus show that escaped from the van. They had like 2 lions that escaped. Maybe it was 1 lion, but he actually went out the back door from like while they were gassing up the truck, right? The fucking lion escaped. And he was running around in this neighborhood. Not this neighborhood, but like maybe like 2 or 3 miles down the street.
I remember that story. They was actually on their way to Tennessee. They was transporting it.
Yeah.
And then and the motherfucker just like, boop, doop, just
And
jumped
then
out.
they found the lion, and then they had to kill it on site, which was fucked up. But they had to do it because kids were going to school at this time.
Yeah, I
School-
remember that, yeah.
Yeah, it was the time where the buses pick up the kids.
I was actually driving to work that morning and they was talking about on the radio, like, hey, people be advised, like, da-da-da-da. They talked about on the radio. I was like, oh, shit. Like,
Warning, lion on the loose. I'm like, man, bullshit. Let me go outside.
mountain lion, what the fuck?
No, it wasn't a mountain lion. It was a real lion.
Oh, I mean, sorry, we're actually
Yeah.
a real lion. So I keep saying mountain lion. That's fucked up, man, because this situation could have been avoided if they just stopped grabbing these animals and using them for entertainment.
That's what I said, too.
Leave them alone.
Shut the zoos down. Shut all that shit down. If you guys want to see animals, go on YouTube.
Yeah. Or go to a safari
visit them in their natural habitat.
and get killed. But that's the risk.
Well, if you guys want to see wild animals, go to the wild.
go to the source. Like,
Don't kidnap these motherfuckers and then lock them up.
and they're going to be unhappy.
Make a fake environment with fake rocks. Maybe real rocks, but
And
still.
then when they attack and kill somebody, you're confused, like, oh, they went crazy. No, they just being a lion. Like,
Yeah.
what they are.
Oh, he ate him up. What a bad lion.
Oh, shit.
Like, no, this is him being him.
Okay, I have another small news that I did not put down, and it just dawned on me because we was talking about animals, right? This shit scared the fuck out of me. For the first time ever in history. So, here's the story. Fuck. How can I explain this? There's gorilla like in the wild right now. Chimpanzees are attacking gorillas.
Why are they bad?
Nobody and gorillas are strong as fuck, but chimpanzees are like supposedly they have like the strength of like 10 men. You remember? Have you ever heard the story about the lady getting attacked by a chimpanzee? Getting
Her face is all
jaw
fucked up.
fucked up. Yes.
She was on Oprah, right?
Yeah, like her. Yes, her. Somehow
I
she
remember hearing the
survived.
phone call. Like,
Yeah, and you in the
when
background like the lady like chimpanzee going ape shit.
there goes my nose. Hurry up!
Which is crazy because they was like, she had nothing. She literally had nothing left. Like,
He took my left eyeball. Hurry up!
he took her eye, nose. I think he took her lips. I think he said like he bit her lips off. Like, chimpanzees are fucking crazy. But this article I heard about the other day, and I can't believe I just spaced out on it. Like, I just came to my mind now. But chimpanzees now are starting to go after gorillas, and they're kidnapping gorilla babies, and they're eating them.
Oh yeah.
And it's like, and when I was reading about it, well, actually, not heard about
That
a show
sounds
talking about
personal.
they're saying like this has never happened before. Like they've never like for one crossed over and fought each other ever. Like gorillas, monkeys, shit orangutans don't be fighting gorillas. None of that. That shit never ever happens. They always stay separate from the areas, stay where they're at. But now chimpanzees are starting to attack gorillas. They're not getting big gorillas, grown gorillas. They're taking their babies away and they're fucking eating them. And now they're starting to go to war. They're like legit going to war with each other and fighting. It just started recently.
Did gorillas call cops?
Man, shit! I hope they don't know how to use a gun. What if this is the
Somebody
rise?
give them a cell phone, please. They need help. They need protection.
What if this is the rise of
The primates.
This is it. This is how it begins. They're going to war. They're doing what humans do. They're going to war, and they got thumbs. I'm waiting for the CIA to be like, gorillas. I'm gonna give you some AK-47s. You take these out, but then you gotta do something for us. And then they learn guns. They know how to shoot. They can do it.
You think like they got violent because somebody broke a contract and now they're being punished for it?
Well, it could be that. Well,
Maybe a gorilla slept with a chimpanzee princess. And now they're like, you guys crossed the line. You broke the contract. Now
in Monkey Kingdom, shit,
we're gonna eat all your babies.
it's like, you had 1,000 years left on this contract and you broke it. So
Yeah. You blame Ricardo, the monkey, for that. 'Cause
Now
they had real names.
now we got to take Ricardo. Now we got to take all your I was like Ricardo babies, but all your 8 babies and. But on a grounded level, they're saying the reason why the chimpanzees, and this is like they don't really know, but they're just going with the theory right now. That the reason why chimpanzees may be attacking gorillas and taking their babies is because of climate change. Like their source of food is going out skim. Like they're like whatever chimpanzees are eating is not as abundant as it used to be. So now they're going to turn into like, fuck, I don't have anything to eat. I have to find like every creature on this planet, insect, human, whatever, has a natural instinct to survive, right? And that's what chimpanzees are starting to do. Like, fuck, our natural resource of food is starting to like dwindle because of climate change. They don't realize it's climate change, but they know that they're losing their food. So they go out trying to outsource it, but they come across gorillas and then fucking eating babies now, or taking babies and going to war now. It's weird shit.
That's disgusting. There's other animals they can eat too. Why take it out on like a gorilla baby?
Yeah,
I would think that's a more difficult way of eating because I would think a gorilla baby is more protected than like let's say a chicken or a pig.
And that's what they're saying too. Was like gorillas are clearly going to be stronger than what a chimpanzee is. But the thing is though, there's like 10 chimpanzees running up in there. So that's too much for a gorilla because each of them are strong like as 10 people. Let's say gorilla's like 20 people strong, but you find like fucking 10 of them.
Who's the alpha gorilla or alpha monkey in the kingdom?
Out of all of them,
which one is supposed to be the alpha?
I always thought it was
strongest?
gorillas, just because they like.
Yeah, I thought it was the gorilla too.
But
Gorilla versus Godzilla. That's why.
Yeah, but when you got chimpanzees and they kind of fucking. The one thing I did learn about, because I watched the documentary about that lady who got shredded by that gorilla. I mean that chimpanzee. Mm-hmm. The older they get, they more sexually aggressive, yeah. And they start to lose their mind as they get older. And that just might be one of the things where they're getting older now. They're like chimpanzees are like, I don't know how long they live for, but they're getting to an older age where they're getting more and more aggressive. And that's just how they are. And they go after gorillas. And
so what can humans do to stop this this
I
from
don't know.
happening?
We can't even take care of ourselves. I don't know how the fuck we gonna stop another. We can't even stop human war. I don't know how the fuck we gonna stop a damn.
I say we put them in jail.
The gorillas?
No, the chimpanzees. I say we locked them up and then light it up. I'm just playing. I don't know what to do.
You about to say set it on
Yeah,
fire?
I made all that up. I really don't know what to do. That's all.
I was thinking about them like when you were talking about locking them up. My brain
'Cause
imagined like they're doing hard time in jail and prison.
They're already doing that because I watched this one documentary on the Disney Channel, well Disney Plus, right? It's the monkey lady. She's like a white lady, blonde hair, and she studied monkeys like when she was like a kid, and she studied them like she's like she's a good person. Like she's been fighting for these monkeys like ever since like day one, and they know her. They know who she is. Like, cause when like they were trying to like use like this area where monkeys live, they're trying to use it for some manufacturing area. She fought for that to where they can have like the monkeys can still have their home, but then the companies can still do their work. Cause it's almost like she had to play like the person like in the middle. Like she was like the middleman person, and she had to talk for the monkeys, and then she had to talk for like the manufacturing companies.
Oh, so she's like
Her last name was Goodman too.
Oh shit.
I was like, oh, it makes sense,
makes sense.
Mr. Good Lady.
So she was like a
It's a documentary on Disney Plus. You guys should watch it. Like you guys might cry too, because you're gonna see like images and videos of monkeys that was locked up and they used for testing. But every time they saw like Miss Goodman, and you know they were so happy, like please like help us, like take us out of this place.
So she was like an interpreter between
Yeah.
cross species, I guess, if you want to say.
right.
And they can learn sign language. They know that shit. They can teach them.
She been studying them like when she was like a freaking teenager. Like you can see old pictures of her. Like that's where they got like the story with the Godzilla where they kidnapped like the white girl. Like it was like the idea was from her.
This goes that far back. With the,
Yeah, it's really
I'm thinking
old.
it's like the
Yeah,
70s. This is probably before, but that'd be before then.
Was it? Yeah. Well, she's super old now.
Yeah.
She does tours and shit. Whatever. Maybe she don't do it no more. She's too old for that. But they can see like old pictures of her like just taking pictures of these monkeys, just chilling them, like chilling with them the whole time.
Damn.
She's a cool lady, man.
Fuck a gorilla, bro. They too strange to me. I don't even want to.
Man, you're judging them. You don't even know them.
Man, shit, they don't know me. The last time I went to a zoo was in Colorado.
But they didn't judge you yet.
No, they haven't. But I saw a gorilla one time, and it creeped me out. Where this is in Colorado. I went to Colorado Zoo, or the Denver Zoo, and there was a gorilla. Right, he's sitting right in front of like an Indian style. He's sitting right in front of the glass, and the way how that glass works, sometimes I don't know if it's like they can see through it or not. But the gorilla was just sitting there, and he was just kind of like. His eyes were like he was sitting there like Indian style, just watching people, and you can see like his eyes go like this, like look this way, but you can see like the whiteness of his eyes, but he's like just looking and looking like this, and I was like, Casey punched through this motherfucking glass. I'm gonna get up out of here. There's people sitting in front of the glass like, hey, and I was like, I got the fuck up out of there, and I'm good on that.
He's up to something.
That zoo was wild, man. You go to the parking lot, there's like peacocks running around. And they tell you, like, be careful of the birds. Like, motherfucker, I'm trying to park. Like, these dudes are just chilling all over the place. Just get them out the way.
They're smart, man. But they're not smart if you tranquilize them.
Nah, man. It probably
That's
takes
why,
a lot.
like, it's crazy how humans have the upper hand, like, that much. Like, we can fucking take down any wild animal.
Man, wait till they get smart. Wait till they figure out how to use a gun. It's a wrap. Just a gun. I'm not even talking about laws and shit.
They never can get to that point.
A sniping.
Unless somebody modified their DNA and then make them fucking speak English and everything. Like,
Yeah, if they can learn sign language, the limit. Like, imagine we go to war against gorillas, and while we got radios to communicate and shit, like we have to talk. Gorillas be like at a distance, be like 2 humans down that way, snipe them, and then
yeah. And they would also have the advantage with the other animals that's in the kingdom because they already know how.
They all on the same page. They ride on elephants with guns. Like,
Yeah, like,
we fucked.
beep, boop, beep. And then the bird comes down like,
Gets in our face.
cheap, cheap. Like, hey, we got like 5 people coming towards you guys right now.
And they're calling us out. Like, oh, yeah. It's like,
Yeah.
Dude, that should be a movie for real.
Left quadrant.
Man versus nature. Like some shit. Left quadrant. These birds out here, man. They snitching. They doing it, but they all on the same page.
Yep.
But all right, so I got one more story.
Run it.
It says man with coronavirus disguises as wife on Indonesian flight. So
Disguises his wife? What?
disguises as wife.
Oh, disguises as his wife.
So it says the suspect bought the plane ticket with his wife's name
Oh.
and brought the identity card. The PCR test results and the vaccination with it is his wife's name. So basically like July 18th, a man who used a fake identity arrives at the Sultan Babala airport in basically Indonesia. The man with the coronavirus boarded a domestic flight disguised as his wife. So basically, he was trying to get a flight. He didn't get the shot. His wife did. And he's like, well, fuck, I'm trying to travel. So I'm going to pretend I'm my wife who got the shot and who has the credentials to get on this plane. Because basically, we're hitting the point where if you ain't vaccinated, they ain't going to let your ass fly. At least that's how maybe Indonesia might be rolling. So he pretends he's his wife, takes her identity, gets on the plane, and well, the shit didn't work because it's in the news.
So what happened to him? They lock him up or what?
It says police say a flight attendant aboard the plane they said like noticed the man changed his clothes in the bathroom, and so I guess he went in as a woman, came out as a guy, and the flight attendant was like, "Hey, what the fuck? Like you got the same eyes as the lady who just took a shit." Well, I thought I was taking a shit, and then
here's what's crazy, like,
and so what's up?
Why are people still playing around like that?
What do you mean?
Like in modern days, they're still being sneaky like that. Like no one's gonna fucking know.
Like it's a Looney Tunes cartoon.
Yeah, like what the fuck is this? A fucking movie we're living in? Like people disguise themselves as females to get away with a certain crime they're trying to commit.
I mean, on some real shit, he got to the airport, so they caught him on the plane. So it worked on some level where he got that far. Like, I don't know if Indonesia has TSA, but the motherfuckers are slipping. They meant to let this dude walk through.
Yeah, there's holes in all that. There's holes in everything.
Around.
Like I was watching this one video where this guy he made like a fake ID pass where he snuck into the recent Kanye West concert like out here in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then he got like so close to Kanye, even closer than Kim Kardashian. That's how close he got. And then he made like this fake ID, whatever that
security breach.
Yeah,
basically.
and he went through that whole shit. Nobody said nothing. He said, "Hey, here's my badge." Boom. He was almost like the area where the photographers were taking pictures.
Yeah, you needed like a press pass for that shit too. So how do you?
Yeah, he made all that shit.
Damn.
I saw it. I saw it on Instagram, but it was a TikTok video. But
he got there.
Can fake anything, man. This is a whole new ballgame.
The internet has opened the doors to many things. The good and
do
the
anything
bad.
in this simulation, man.
Dude, I tell you, hey, gloves are off. Gloves are off. It says
you can even get rich without dying.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You ain't gotta like.
You ever heard the 50 cents joke?
Yeah. Wait, which one?
I saw it on the movie, but then I saw it on the internet too. They said, what did 50 cents? Never mind. I'm about to butcher the whole joke, but go ahead. I'll think about it.
I was listening. I was ready.
Yeah, I'll think about it. Hold on. Go ahead.
Okay, so it says he bought the plane ticket with his wife's name, and he brought the identity card. The PCR test result and the vaccination card with his wife's name was all on it. Says that all the documents that he had was under his wife's name as well too. Says police took him for a COVID-19 test, which he came back positive. So this motherfucker got on the plane, infected his shit. I don't know. I don't know where the fuck he was even traveling. That's what I was trying to figure out. At least I don't remember reading where he was trying to travel, but he didn't want to get the vaccination shot, gets on the plane, and then he's trying to fake being his wife who got the vaccination shot. And then when they tested him for COVID, he tested positive. So the motherfucker was infected, was trying to
spread that shit. Fucking dickhead.
Just come on, man.
I know the joke now.
Okay, let's get it.
So what did 50 cents do like when he got hungry?
Oh my God, Mike just put this shit up on Facebook the other day.
Oh, okay, you already know it.
I remember it's
it was from a movie too.
58.
Yeah.
Mike was. Mike.
So the joke was. So I guess it's all over the internet now.
That
damn
shit
it.
was so stupid.
But they're like, what did 50 cents do when he was hungry? The answer is 58. Oh, my laptop died.
Yeah. Mike put it up on Facebook. He was like 58, and then he put underneath
58.
Underneath, he's like, "Please don't unfriend me." He's like, I was like, that joke was so trash. But it
was from a movie, but nobody quoted the fucking movie.
What movie is it from?
I saw it on some Netflix movie. I was like, that's kind of funny.
And I didn't know. I did not know.
Yeah.
I saw the joke the other day though. Like,
It was like a comedic movie, like it's like a comedian, a female comedian. She met somebody at the airport, and this dude was like, almost like he comes off as like the most fakest dude ever, but then somehow like he really got her to believe that he was like a cool ass dude, and then they end up going out. But then she found out that this dude lied about everything.
this is a comedy.
Yeah, it was a comedy.
This sounds dark as shit.
Yeah, because it's kind of true too. Like maybe like it really did happen to her.
But it is making
It's like
it funny.
this dude. He says like he is like one of the guys that do the hedge funds. He makes all his money in hedge funds and shit. And he went to Harvard or whatever. But then like as she was dating him, like she found out he lied about everything. He lives in like an apartment with like fucking 5 other girls or 2 other girls and shit. It was kind of funny.
damn.
It was kind of funny. I'm pretty sure that happens.
I would assume that sounds like regular life to me. You gotta have a roommate nowadays for the most part.
Yeah, but you would think like, man, people could fucking sense that from a mile away now.
Oh yeah. Like, oh, he a scumbag.
Especially if you're like a comedian, because comedians they
predict the
see
future.
through shit. Like
Yeah.
their intuition's pretty strong.
They let people know what's on the up and up. Most people they won't think about shit until they say any. Like,
You can tell someone's like a super tryhard. Like it's obvious.
yeah,
You know?
like comedians will be the ones that be like something that you've noticed about anything, but you never really put too much thought about it. Comedians will make a joke about it. Be like, yo, I don't know what they're talking about because I've noticed that, but I didn't think that deep. But you know what? He's right.
Yep. Is that it?
Yeah,
We did
yeah.
good.
Good,
We
man.
did like over an hour and 30 minutes after the storm
Yo, we
kicked us out.
fought Mother Nature on this one.
So
This
it might be
is-
almost 2-hour episode.
Yeah.
Cheers to that. Happy birthday
Cheers,
once
man.
again, Mr. Old Man.
Thanks, man.
How old again?
Oh
So we
God.
can remind the audience.
45.
That's pretty ancient, man. I want to see you fight a chimpanzee one day
Let's go, baby.
with a knife.
Let's do it right now. I've been drinking
with
Jameson.
with a knife.
Fuck a knife out my hands. I've been drinking Jameson.
You know what I do? If it's a
Let's
fucking
go.
chimpanzee, you want to fight me? You know what I do?
What?
I kick him in the fucking throat.
I think I was saying kick him in his chimpanzee balls.
No,
I would.
I don't fight dirty, man.
I would, man. Fuck that. He has a strength of 10 men. What I got? They should give me a gun if I want to be fair. Like,
Yeah, and then I'll get my rope, right? I'll get my rope from my back pocket, tie it around his neck, throw that shit over a tree,
see, why you? I knew you was gonna try
throw it
to be
over a tree,
Why, you trying to be messy? I see.
and then
you-
I'll say, "Is there anyone else? Is there anyone else?" And then that's when the chimpanzees they back up and like, oh, "Fuck this dude. He's too strong. He knows
Why
too much."
did you pick that method of?
Improv?
Wow.
That was in the back of my head.
This is my co-host, everybody. This is what I work with. This is like family to me. I gotta.
Hell yeah.
You know what they say? You can't pick fam, right?
Jeremy, man. Jeremy was here all night.
Yo, Jeremy. Yo.
Who's wild? Jameson's wild.
Jameson's now driving this bus.
That was a good show. You guys enjoy the show? You guys learned anything about Alexandria?
Yes.
The Library of Alexandria? We should have been like, you know, if that library still exists, we might not even exist. That's how crazy it is.
It changed history.
So if anything,
Changed
like,
everything.
I'll be like, hey, I'm glad it happened. Because we happened because of it.
Is the world a better place for it? Or are you just happy that we just here?
I'm comfortable.
Yeah,
I'm cool.
I'm here. Gotta pay fucking rent tomorrow.
It's
I'm
not
so
like,
happy.
It's now like we have to figure out how to help more people. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Like if you're comfortable, it's your turn to help people. But if you're drowning, help yourself first. Because you cannot save a baby in a plane if you're not under control.
Wait, what?
Wait, what?
What's it got to do with drowning? I'm a guy.
You know, like
lost as
when you're in the
fuck.
plane, right? They say, hey, before you help anybody else, help yourself first.
Oh yeah, when
that's
if the plane's
thing.
going down type
Yeah.
shit. Yeah, yeah.
Like make sure you're okay. So if you're okay, you can help other people.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Good episode.
Yeah. Good shit.
Happy birthday once again.
Thanks, man. This was fun.
We'll be back next Tuesday, same time, same place. Hey, we love you guys, everybody in the chat.
Hell yeah. Thank you guys so
Show
much.
up again next week. This was fun.
You guys are
Good shit,
awesome.
guys. Peace out. Adios. High five.